After a decade of declining productivity due to non-wetting soils, Badgingarra farmer Graham Lethlean is excited at the prospect of a cheap but effective system to combat the problem using a modified one-way plough. Mr Lethlean says the key to the new system, which features Morris drills, John Deere conserver packs and stiletto boots, is its ability to place seed into moisture in the side wall of the furrow rather than the bottom.
Sowing the seed into the side wall of the furrow seems to, if it doesn't hit on one side, it hits on the other. We get an establishment along the row, so we've got plants all the way along.
Mr Lethlean's cereal yields have fallen by 30% due to the problem, while his stocking rate is half that of 2006. Through his involvement in the West Midlands Group, Graham and wife Helen are hosting a series of on-farm trials assessing the viability of soil treatments, including spading, mouldboard ploughing, deep ripping and the modified one-way plough.
Well, that 25 to 30% off our bottom line that we're losing, I'm hoping that somewhere along the line we can regain that. Even if we regain a portion and our rainfall, if we're getting less rainfall and we regain even 20% of our yield with a lower rainfall, then we're getting ahead.
The major problem caused by the non-wetting phenomena has been the prevention of crops and pastures from establishing evenly after rainfall. For a cereal crop, some seeds will be out of the ground within a week, while others will take 30 days, resulting in uneven maturation and yield and quality downgrades.
Our most productive soils are the ones that are probably letting us down the most at the moment. And they're the hardest ones to either mouldboard or deep rip or do anything, because there's a lot of stony country within those soils.
However, the modified plough is showing promise.
The converted one-way plough is probably going to be the cheapest option, and it's just in a trial phase at the moment. They've got to actually try and get someone to make discs with enough curvature and enough height to be able to cut deep enough, and actually it doesn't invert the soil but it mixes it up a little bit. So for the cost of sort of $4,000 you could probably build your own plough, and it could be quite a cheap option. The bits that I've seen them do has been pretty bloody good. They're getting probably an 85 to 90% job of what a mouldboard can do, and they can go a bit deeper.
The trials are being conducted by the Department of Agriculture WA, the University of Western Australia and the Grains Research and Development Corporation.